This is what we might see in Mafia 3's New Orleans. You're about to get a history lesson, man! Hello folks, my name is Taylor and I hope you're enjoying 2K Central so far. I've been amazed by the great things people have said about this channel in the last few days, so thank you. It's made me emotional. I'm gonna wipe my tears and get on with this video. No more soppiness, I swear. Okay, so what could you and I possibly see while exploring Mafia 3's New Orleans in the 60s? Well, from images in the trailers, we can see rail tracks throughout the city. This is the rail for a streetcar. Now, after the war, streetcars turned electrical and became the main source of public transport for people, especially in places like New Orleans and San Francisco. So maybe instead of driving while blowing up every man, his car and dog, as we've seen in the gameplay, maybe we could use these streetcars to fast travel to different locations. That would be cool. The next thing we may find is rundown gang hideouts and widespread poverty. After World War II, suburbanisation, that's a big word, and conflicts over school integration drew many white residents out of the city, leaving mostly African Americans to live in a now poor area. So maybe you might see gang hideouts that are run down, or maybe some people living on the streets asking for spare change, as annoying as that may be, as we've seen in other games. Oh, sly dig. Sorry, Ubisoft. Next thing we may see is festivals and parades. During this time the city grew as a tourist attraction, with hundreds of thousands of annual visitors drawn to its Mardi Gras festivities, which is a big parade festival at the time with all the floats and people walking the streets, so a major mission could be a part of one of these festivals. Now in the trailer we've seen some guy getting proper munched in the Swamplands by a gator. Now Swamplands are confirmed to be a part of Mafia 3 map, and many missions may take place there. New technology of the day meant that the swampland could now be pumped by a drainage system, meaning the people had more control over where the water was and were now able to build roads out in the swamps. So not only will there be mass sewage systems, but also you may find underground places like bars or clubs because the drainage system allowed people to go below sea level without getting wet. Now what we will most definitely see, as we've seen in the trailers, is jazz clubs. Due to the rock and roll rush of the fabulous 50s and carrying it into the swinging 60s, just like my panties, jazz clubs became an insanely popular attraction. I'm so sorry for my rudeness. But these clubs were mainly run by local mobs and gangsters of the time and used for meetups or just hangout places for these mobs, just like Sammy's bar that we've seen in the trailer. This brings me on to the next thing that you might see. Mafia 3 tackle segregation head on. So even though laws are being passed at that time that should solve segregation, you may still find across the map in every business, every club, every streetcar, there is separation between whites and blacks. During this time, Martin Luther King Jr. gets assassinated, so the tension between the two races will be the highest it's ever been in history. There may be fights in the street that you can help someone as a kind of side mission, or maybe some missions are revolved around racial tension. But that's what Mafia 3's New Orleans could bring to us gamers. I cannot wait to explore it, and oh god, it better be open world. But let me know what you think by commenting. My name is Taylor and I hope you have a damn good day.